Welcome back everyone to the Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty. It's been about a month since the last upload, so I apologize for that one, guys, but we're ready for a brand new season here. Week number 0, we're taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. It's a basketball matchup, as most people would like to look at this one. Purdue and UNC. Let's jump here to Ryan Brown and this offense. We're looking darn good already. Right out of the gate, it is Kalen Fantus, the freshman wide receiver, the number 1 ranked wide receiver in last season's recruiting class, by the way. He's going to get a touchdown here. First score of the brand new year. The freshman gets us started 7-0. Second down and 11. UNC trying to get out of the pocket. Quarterback's going to go down. That's a sack, making it 3rd down and 13. Next play, got to go deep. Got to try to shoot for that first down, but running into the pressure is UNC's quarterback, and we got another sack. So it's now 4th down and 17. We're on our own 3rd and 14, 3rd and long situation, but Brown is going to fire this one deep yet again, and he's got another deep bomb touchdown. The Boilermakers killing it here. It's Leland Smith. I think I talked to you guys about this in the last episode, a long time ago, about how all of these wide receivers that we've got at our disposal, 99 speed, 99 acceleration, and that is just out of pure talent level that we didn't have to recruit. It was just already built into the game's rosters. So now, after a big run by John Booker, is one of our freshmen from way back in season 1, we're actually going to bring in the backup quarterback, Juan Montgomery, and see what this kid's got working for him here, because he could be the next quarterback going into the next season after Ryan Brown's days are done here. This is Ryan Brown's last season, but take a look at Montgomery here. A touchdown, little RPOs, little quarterback runs, design runs. I love it. Montgomery getting in for the score. Gave him a little drive right there, making it 21-3. Second quarter, about 1:10 left. UNC, let's pick it off. How about we do that? Earl Culp has been here since, season number 1 of gameplay. So he's an upperclassman now. He's making his presence felt here, getting in the turnover category. Here's a little pass, a little slant. Going to go incomplete, looking for Armad Branch. And that'll settle for a field goal here for Spencer Porath. 4th down and 3. And it's a little iffy right now. Can we bang it through? No, sir. We're going to miss that one. We're going to push that to the left post, unfortunately. Let's go into the third quarter, guys. Start of the third quarter, and look who we got. Coy Beasley, take it to the house. Touchdown, Purdue. 34-yard pick 6 for Coy Beasley. The story behind Coy Beasley: he was formerly a free safety that we moved to cornerback because we were a little loaded at the back end in season number 1. So we moved him to cornerback because of the speed. I thought he could handle that position well, and he has been just a find for this defense. We've been really killing it with Coy Beasley. So 28-6 as UNC. We get a stop there. Now take a look. Leland Smith getting a little action here on the run game. He's going to get all the way to about the 6-yard line here with about a minute left in the third. We're going to jump all the way to the fourth quarter, the start of, and a little pass completed to Armad Branch. That's another touchdown for our Boilermakers. And like I said, guys, this offense is just killing it. It's 35-6. Our defense is going off as well. They can't seem to find any open receivers. They can't move the ball downfield. They're getting turnovers. Defense is killing it. Take a look at this pressure put on the quarterback. That's a sack. 5 on the game. That's going to be a Winston Berglund sack. 1st and goal to the tight end, Galloway. That's a touchdown. Purdue. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I think we're going to go off this season. I think it's all coming together. We got weapons on both sides of the football, and that's pretty evident here against UNC. Here's another interception. It's Coy Beasley yet again. And look at the speed. Nobody's going to catch him. Make it 49-6. 63-yard pick 6. That's 2 now for Coy Beasley tonight. Opening week of college football, and we just laid the lumber. We took him behind the woodshed, man. Beautiful stuff, guys. Beautiful stuff. So 49-6. Let's see if the Tar Heels can come back a little bit. Nope. That's another pick for none other than Coy Beasley. Another interception, dude. He's got 3 tonight. Let's go, baby. This team is loaded, man. I'm so excited about this season. I'm so excited. 21 points in the fourth quarter. Multiple touchdowns on the shoulder quarters, if you will. The fourth and the first. Multiple touchdowns. And we beat these guys up, man. We did not give up a single touchdown to North Carolina. They didn't have a lot of yards either. 261, had 4 interceptions, 3 of which came thanks to Coy Beasley. Ryan Brown was amazing. 4 touchdowns, 74% completion percentage. And then Juan Montgomery came in there 3 for 3. He was 100%. Plus, like, you guys didn't see him having to throw the ball, but he did run effectively as well. So I'm excited about this, the future. I'm excited about the way that this team looks today. I'd love to see if we can kind of get Kalen Fantus involved a little bit more than just taking deep shots. Maybe we might do some screen passes here and there. Might do a little Z-spot, you know, a little curl route stuff. And, yeah, little slants and drags. Like, he's fast. He's one of, well, he was one of the best recruits. He was the best wide receiver recruit in this season's class. So, yeah, you bet, man. You bet. I'm really excited about the way that this team's looking, man. But let's maybe temper the expectation just a little bit because we got a tough test here coming up. We got to go to Notre Dame. So we'll see how we hold up against the Fighting Irish. They are a little bit better than us. We're an 86 overall. They're a 90 across the board, offensively and defensively. So I believe they beat us last season. We don't want to have that happen again this year. So we're rocking all the all-whites with the black helmet. We're looking good. We're ready for this fight. Let's get this thing underway. Let's get it going here. Here's Jaheim Merriweather. Touchdown. Let's start the game off with a nice run up the gut. Merriweather pounding through, getting the first score. 3rd down and 14. Pressure. Go get him, boys. Turnover? Yes, sir. It's Earl Culp. Go. Go. He's going to get tackled just short of the 35-yard line, but we will take that with a 7-point lead because we know our offense can do some stuff here. 3rd down and 10. Pass out of bounds. Just out of reach. For the wide receiver, we'll have to settle for a field goal thanks to Spencer Porath, and he missed the one against UNC to the left. We're also a little left here. He's going to bank that one off of the left upright. So unfortunately, no points for Purdue, but we do get a stop. Good breakup right there, guys. 0 passing yards for Notre Dame, by the way. Defense is looking pretty good here. Did I just say defense? Defense? What am I, Canadian? Defense. Leland Smith here with the RPO action. Beautiful. Nice screen, little bubble screen pass right there. 3rd and 3, 14-0. Pass incomplete again. Sticky defense. I love it, guys. Still 14-0. 1st and 10. We're going to check those guys that are on the left side. We might feel a little bit of pressure, some blitzing there. Here's a deep bomb, and that pass is caught by Leland Smith. Man, we love to throw to our slot guys, don't we? Always seems open. So 33 seconds here in the second quarter. You know we got to go. It's hustle time. Ryan Brown going to try to get the first down, but it's now 4th down and 2. Decision time. Do we want to kick the field goal, or do we want to Dan Campbell this thing? We're going to kick a field goal. Newsflash. We're going to kick a field goal. We're going to go up by 3 scores because we think it's the smart thing to do. Almost missed it, though. Man, Porath has been a little shaky, hasn't he, guys? I'm losing some confidence here in the kicking meter. 1st and 10. Deep bomb to the left sideline. That is caught again by Leland Smith. He's going off. If he keeps getting open throughout the rest of the season, guys, he might just win the Biletnikoff. Just saying. 2nd and goal here. Pass completed in the end zone. Touchdown. What a throw. There was a ton of blue jerseys in there. I mean, if that safety comes over and reads that perfectly, like it looks open for a split second, but that's picked off, that could be going the other way, knowing how this game loves to work and make pick sixes happen out of nowhere, right? Right. Well, it's 24-0. Yazie's going to go down for a sack. 3rd and 23. Screen pass. Stop him, boys. They do. It's only a gain of 10. And Yazie's got like 19 yards. That's insane. So we have just been shutting the Fighting Irish down here. Unfortunately, Ryan Brown, I don't really know what we were looking at on that pass. Just trying to avoid the sack, trying to keep this offense moving, but I think that might give Notre Dame some life here. 1st and 10. Oh, just kidding. Hold on a second. It's Sanders with the fumble recovery. Go. Beat that O-lineman. Touchdown, Boilermakers. Another defensive score. That's like what? 3 in back-to-back weeks? We've had like 2 pick sixes. We now have that scoop and score. Defense is killing it right now, guys. But the shutout is no more. I was really looking forward to that. That would have been awesome to shut out Notre Dame at their place. So they do get a touchdown, but it doesn't amount to anything. They don't mount a comeback, nothing. The game was over. The game was well out of hand. Leland Smith, 9 catches for 133 and a touchdown. 34-7 is your final score. Only 140-plus yards of total offense for Notre Dame. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This might be our season. Top 10 team in Purdue. We've built ourselves a monster, guys. Ryan Brown did have 2 interceptions in this game. I think like towards the end of the game, I threw another one. Just trying to get another score. But, you know, at that point, the highlight doesn't matter, does it? Because the game's over. The game is won. But Leland Smith just absolutely killing it, man. He is just open on almost every single play. Every single passing play that we want to throw to. Like, I find him there. So he's becoming like a go-to target for me and Ryan Brown. A lot of TFLs, 8 between 2 players. I mean, look at those TFL totals. Look at the sack totals. That's why they couldn't do anything on total offense, guys. I mean, and then you get the turnovers. So Shepley is yet again another Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Had 3 sacks and 4 TFLs. So as we kind of look ahead here, we got a game against Oregon. We got to go to Oregon, to Autzen Stadium. This is going to be crazy. We got Nebraska coming up. We got Penn State, who's the #1 team in the country. Is getting kind of nuts, but we will actually simulate. I'm kind of taking a little bit of a risk here, and we beat Oregon in overtime, scoring 6 points. 26-23 is your score. It was a grindy, tough, hard-fought battle. We got John Ryland here with a couple of yards, right? He had about 233. Not as good of a game for Ryan Brown as Ryland did. So the defense, again, stepped up big time for us. Had to go to overtime, and somebody had to win. Somebody had to lose. Defense stepped up in a big way, though. Looks like we had a few TFLs. Not as many as we've had in gameplay. A couple sacks mixed in there. But we got lucky with a sim win. So now we're number 7 against Nebraska. So we got to go to Nebraska. Very tough stretch for the Boilermakers here in the last couple of weeks. We got to go to a top 5 team in Nebraska. Then we had to go to Autzen Stadium in Oregon. That's a tough slate right there, guys. But Ryan Brown does get us on the board here. 7-0. Quick strike. And then a little miscommunication there on the defensive side. That's a touchdown. User-controlled error, by the way. I thought he had a better angle on it, and the rest is history. So Nebraska does get a response touchdown. 25 seconds here in the first quarter. Good, clean pocket, and I don't know what quarterback's looking at here. Where you going, buddy? Where you going? It's picked off. Purdue another turnover by Hudari Hines, a junior. That's awesome. Love to see that. And then right over top of the referee's head, Shackelford gets in with a score, with a touchdown. It's 14-7 Purdue. I like to see that. All right, let's go defense here. And another misread. Miss opportunities all over the place for our defense. What is going on? Are we going to get upset? Do you call it an upset? We're 7, they're 4. The polling, the coaches, they like them better. They like Nebraska better here. All right, so 14 all. Hey, look who it is. Number 13, lucky 13, the freshman, Kalen Fantus. Down the numbers, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Kalen Fantus, man, have yourself a freshman season. Whew. He's definitely legit, man. He is the #1 freshman wide receiver, 100%. So our defense gets a stop here, and then here's Armad Branch. We saw him a lot last season. Look at this, the special teams. There he goes. He's gone. Back-to-back special teams touchdowns for the Boilermakers. We now find ourselves up by 2 scores. Dude, I'm telling you, our wide receiving crew is insane. So much speed, so much athleticism, so much route running, so much wow. I love it. I love it. Meanwhile, Nebraska's going to give it back to us again, and that is Sam McLeese. One of the guys that we recruited a long time ago. Long time ago. Hey, why don't we just leave this guy wide open? It's Leland Smith. He looks like he's gone too. Goodbye. 35-14. Boilermakers, man, we go to your house and we ruin the party, man. We ruin the freaking party. I love it, man. 35-14. We're beating Oregon at their place. We're beating Nebraska in their place. We beat Notre Dame in their place, and we're just destroying them. I mean, Earl Culp's got an interception here off a deflection. So 35-14, we can't do anything on offense, but at least we stopped their push, and then we get another interception. So the wheels are just coming off here. It's only the second quarter, guys. It's only the second quarter. 35-14. I can't stress it enough. Here's a big hit put on Ryan Brown, but Leland Smith, look at the Jets. Nobody can catch this guy. 42-14. I can't hear you. Where are you guys? Where's the black shirts? Where's all the crowd? Where's the Cornhuskers crowd? What's going on? This is crazy. Pressure put on. Again, Leland Smith. Look at him go. Another touchdown. They're not making any noise. It's completely quiet out there. I can't hear anything. We'll get another couple points there. 52-14 and another interception. Another pick. This is getting nutso, isn't it? I think we're too good. I think we're too good, guys. I think we gotta change the difficulty, change some sliders, do something here, because this is just getting a little out of control, isn't it? Another touchdown. This is stupid. Fantus, 2 touchdowns tonight, or today, whatever you want to call it. It's still daytime. 59-35. Ryan Brown's your player of the game. 5 touchdowns, 331 through the air. Of course, Fantus had the touchdown through the air and 1 through special teams off the kickoff return. We had Branch, of course, having the punt return, and Leland Smith just went crazy too. Like, we limit the turnovers, we create turnovers. I think we're just legit. We're just so good. Flores had 5 picks today. I mean, he threw for a lot of yards, but that completion percentage, a lot of drops, a lot of picks, like 5 of those were incomplete. Going to the other team. Complete to the other team. We threw one with Greg Jones, who's a senior. He was a transfer to Purdue a couple seasons ago, I think. Even last year. Oscar Chance got into the game as well. One of our underclassmen running backs that we really are hyped up about. He's a sophomore, so I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table in a couple years. But, man, that senior class for our wide receivers, I'm telling you, Leland Smith, Shackelford, Rigby, it's nuts. And then you throw in Fantus in the mix. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. Look at the TFLs again. So in gameplay, the tackle for losses are just, it's like a guarantee you're going to have like 8+ in a like TFL. And then in the interceptions, it's just nuts. The interceptions are stupid. I will be the first one to tell you that. So Sam McLeese got one as well. But, man, Leland Smith, Offensive Player of the Week for the Big Ten, 198 through the air and 3 touchdowns. We also got a couple good recruits here. We got J.D. Moffitt, a defensive tackle. We got Tevin Abram, one of the, I think he was the #1 strong safety. We also did a lot of simulating here. We beat Ohio State. We beat Michigan State. We beat Maryland. We are undefeated right now. We are 8-0 going into the game here against Illinois. We will simulate that game as well. Winning by 1 point, scoring 6 in the fourth quarter, shutting out Illinois. Illinois has given us some problems in the sim in this dynasty. I think a couple seasons ago we simmed against them and lost. We really needed to get that victory over them, but you know, they've just been kind of a thorn in our side. We were lucky to escape that game with a W here by 1 measly little point to ensure that our undefeated season is still intact. So we're going to get this game against UCLA here coming up next. They started off the year kind of shaky, right? They had an early loss. They just lost to Oregon, got shellacked, by the way, 45-28. But ever since then, ever since that early loss, they've been rattling off a couple wins, a lot of wins, right? Nittany Lions, number 19, they've kind of fallen off a little bit here too. We also got them on our schedule coming up. So let's get this game underway. We got UCLA coming to our place now. Ross-Ade Stadium. We are one of the top teams in the country. Still number 4 in the nation. And again, look at the defense here. We're already up 3-0. 2nd and 21 after Shepley is going to get involved on a sack here on Davis. 3rd down and 21. Here is a pass completed, a little screen, and they're going to go backwards even further. So now it's 4th and 23. They'll definitely punt the football away. And guys, why do we show special teams? Because good things happen. Armad Branch, goodbye. Dude, I just laugh about it. I just laugh about it now because it's just silly. It's crazy how good this wide receiver crew is. I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop raving about it. The speed is just, it's unbelievable. Here's a huge hit. Great read right there on defense, stopping them short. So now 3rd down and 1 here. We're in the 2nd quarter. 9:23 to go. And Ryan Brown is going to toss it out here to, yet again, Leland Smith. You can't cover us. You just can't stop us. Ryan Brown rolling to the right. He's got the defensive lineman chasing him. He could have gotten his helmet popped, dude. He could have gotten hit. Could have gotten hurt pretty badly. Diving for the pylon right there. A defender is not going to take it easy on you in real life. They're just not. You're going to dive in there like that, they will defend that goal line. But we luck out there. 17-0 here after the touchdown. 3rd down and 4, and we were trying our best to get an INT right there. Instead, it's going to be a risk-reward play. UCLA's got the touchdown. They'll get that response, but they're still down by quite a bit. Down by 10. 17-7. Mid part of the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 here. And pass will be caught. Nice throw. Beautiful throw by Ryan Brown. Of course, when you get the yellow there on the meter, you know it's going to be pretty true. It's another touchdown for Shackelford. So, hey, 3rd and 13. 24-7 and another sack. Count them up. How many we got? Probably should be like 3 or 4 at this point. Meanwhile, take a look at triangle right here. John Booker, the running back. We're not even afraid to use him on deep bombs. You can't stop this offense. We have way too many weapons. 31-7 here. We're still in the 2nd quarter, guys. 3rd down and 10, and they're running the ball. We have broken the will of the Bruins. We've broken their will. We'll call a timeout here as well. And we're trying to shoot for another score. We want another touchdown right here. 1st and 10. Brown. Good protection. Really good protection. Deep bomb to the right. It's caught. Shackelford. Another touchdown. It's silly. It's crazy at this point. 38-7, and it doesn't look like we're done because we're going to pick this one off. Tip drill. Coy Beasley. Another INT. He's got to be leading the NCAA in interceptions at this point. Has to be. So another interception. We're going to try to go for the end zone yet again, and look who's wide open. It's Armad Branch. He's gone. No one can cover these guys. Deep shots for days. It's insanity. 45-7 is your score going into the 2nd half, and we will blow them out so badly that I just have had enough. I got bored of it, and I decided Super Sim is the answer here to just get us out of this game. 382 for Ryan Brown, 5 touchdowns, nearly 70% completion percentage. And your final score, 58-21. 1 touchdown in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th for UCLA. Defense did a job. Ryan Brown, no picks on his ledger. 4 touchdowns. We saw his stats. Merriweather got 1. Brown got 1 on the ground. He saw that one, guys. And Booker had 1 receiving. He had 6 catches for 80-plus yards. The big one, of course, being that 36-yard bomb off the little wheel route that we line him up as a receiver. That was a big one. More TFLs, man. More TFLs for days. 4 for Shepley. 3 for the cornerback Culp. Kennedy had 1 as well. Has 3, actually. More sacks. Shepley, Lockridge, Sanders, Kennedy. More picks. Hill, Beasley, and Berglund, it just doesn't stop. Shepley, another Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week honor and nationally recognized as well. We are 7-0 in conference, 10-0 overall. And really, we only have Oregon to worry about with Iowa and USC. But we don't play Iowa or USC. So we took care of business there when we beat Oregon. So we don't really have to worry about any sort of weird tiebreakers. Because of the winning, we get all of these guys. Tresman Pierce, that right tackle. I think he was the #1 right tackle. We also get Jalen Wilbur, who's going to have to duke it out with Tresman Pierce. But I don't really know how that's going to work out. We'll have to see how those guys progress through training camp and things like that. Training camp. I don't even know what you'd call it. I'm thinking about Madden stuff. But spring practice, the spring. We'll have to see how they work it out in the spring. But we do get a sim win here over Penn State as well. And we are the #1 team in the nation, guys. We scored 6 points in the fourth quarter, shut out Penn State. It seems like the box score that we're seeing a lot of in these sim games. Fourth quarter, our team kind of turns it on. Defense, at least, turns it on. We stop the opposition from scoring. And that's what leads us to get our little 2 field goals or our 1 touchdown and maybe go for 2. I don't know what the strategy would have been there. Looked like it might have been 2 field goals. Either way, we're the #1 team in the nation. We'll also do a little bit more simming to get to the final week of the year, which will be against Indiana. But we also get another slew of really high-end recruits, guys. Wide receivers, offensive linemen, running backs like Bryce Levine. I'm really excited about Bryce Levine. I know I didn't show you guys a lot of the recruiting this time around, this season, because I think most of it's going to really be an eye-opener when we see like the depth traits and the overall ratings once it's all like in. I just kind of wanted to do this video really quickly, kind of summarize one season all together and really get us to the finish point of this series with, of course, MLB The Show coming out, right? I got to do more of that stuff, as you guys know. But back to college football 25 here in this dynasty. We do beat Indiana, so our undefeated season's intact. We don't lose it. There was really nothing to gain by playing that game against Indiana. If we lost, we were still going to be in the Big Ten championship game. And you guys saw the graphic. We are going to be playing against Iowa. They got themselves on a huge winning streak. They haven't lost in quite a while. So it's definitely going to be a big-time matchup here. Really hot team against a really talented team in the Purdue Boilermakers. And take a look, guys. Ryan Brown, first. I did not expect this. Number one, I didn't expect any Purdue Boilermakers to be up on this list. I didn't expect Leland Smith to be number 2 on the list. But Ryan Brown, dude, 38 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. I think he's definitely deserving of that. I didn't think I had no radar on that whatsoever. Yeah, Leland Smith has over 1,000 yards receiving, 76 catches, I believe that's a 76, 14 touchdowns. 14. And a lot of them have come through gameplay because he's just so quick. He runs his routes well. His release is really good. Like, he's just a really good overall receiver. So I'm excited to see how that Big Ten championship game is going to play out. Is Ryan Brown going to do enough to win it, to win the Heisman, to win that Big Ten championship game? It's the second time we've been there in this little dynasty series. We lost the first time against Nebraska. That was a tough one, but we're looking for a little revenge here against Iowa. This next graphic I'm about to show you guys, kind of interesting. 39 total touchdowns in a season by Drew Brees. That's the record. Ryan Brown's got 38. He needs 1 more to tie, 2 to break it. So you know what we're going to be aiming to do in the Big Ten title game, right? We got to break that record by Drew Brees. My boy from Clarkston here, Ryan Brown, we're going to do the right thing by you, man. By the pixel version of you. At least I am with the controller in my hands. I'm going to try to get you the record, man. Guys, I'll catch you in the next one. We'll get Big Ten championship game. We'll get the bowl game. Of course, if we win the Big Ten title, we're going to go to the college football playoff. We'll get those games as well. See if we can make a little bit of a run. Either way, guys, this looks to be the final season of this Purdue Dynasty. I want to know in the comment section if you guys like this series. If you want me to keep going, I will. But we know that MLB The Show is coming out here pretty quickly in the next couple days, so I'm going to be really invested into that. But if you guys really want to keep seeing this series keep going, Let me know in the comment section. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.